Guess what, guys?
What's up?
Man, Mother's Day is coming out, and I have some photos that I want to frame. I don't know where to go.
I have an idea.
What?
Framebridge.com.
What is it?
Khalyla, you tell us right now what that is. Don't hold back.
Yeah, don't hold back.
It's a place where you can print and frame. It's like a one-stop shop for all photo gifts.
Yeah, and you know what? I highly recommend it because it's like, I went to a frame shop once, and they're like, drop it off. We'll have it to you in 2 weeks. And I was like, nah.
This isn't actually a truth. This is not a lie. Because if you
Not
see
like-
all the artwork outside.
Yeah, I do a lot. And so now I go to Framebridge, and it's quick. How quick?
Like real
quick.
Real
Like,
fucking quick.
real
Like
quick.
real quick.
Real quick.
And with us, you get 15% off.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So what's the Mother's Day special?
George?
Well, the Mother's Day special is God damn it.
Get it together, George.
Yeah.
You're the one that always talks about Mother's Day every year.
Yeah.
Don't you love your mother, George?
Well, the key is don't get stuck.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what it is.
Don't get stuck searching for a last-minute gift. Order now for Mother's Day delivery.
15% off your first order and free shipping.
God, we're a mess.
Okay.
Oh man, I forgot my mom's birthday, so I think I need to do something for her now. This is a good idea.
So, guys, make sure you go to framebridge.com and use the promo code BELLY, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first order. So go to framebridge.com, promo code BELLY, and that is one more time, framebridge.com, promo
get
code
hungry?
BELLY. No.
ADR.
Tiger belly.
Yeah. Ready? Go.
5,
You ready?
4, 3, 2,
All right, clap.
1.
Are we all clapping?
No, that's just me and Gilbert.
Oh, okay. Just you and Gilbert.
Everyone, clap your hands. Clap them like you just don't care. Everyone, clap your hands. Clap them like you just don't care. You don't even fucking know
Sorry.
the fucking lyrics. I fucking told you to rehearse it.
You're right.
Anyway, welcome to Tiger Belly. My name is Captain Bob Lee. And we have Khalyla. George is here. Gilbert's here. And let me tell you something right now. I was afraid to ask this next guy to do the podcast because he's gone into a different threshold of existence. And he used to be with me. We're still together, I guess.
Wait, as a...
No, we're just, comedy compadres.
Oh, okay.
And he's moved on to a different level. And I'm just so happy that he's here. His name is, what, Eric? Eric Stonestreet. Eric Stonestreet, everybody, from the Modern Family.
Yes.
Yes.
Modern family.
Were you just going to do the Asian accent?
No.
I love when you do it.
You taught me.
I know. I taught him how to do an Asian accent. And also...
I'm only impersonating you impersonating your dad.
And the reason why I got the balls because, Eric texts me once a year, twice a year. And he sent me this photo. It says, it's a photo of the Hollywood Bowl. And it says, the Korea Times presents 2017 Korean Music Festival. And then he just put FYI. like I'm gonna fucking buy tickets. Like I don't like the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, like you would just be given tickets.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I would get backstage.
You would have backstage access.
Right.
Little kitty backstage pass of some kind.
Yeah.
Some weird.
First of all, can I just say this, and you know this, that I'm an American just like you.
Are you?
A little bit, because when you came to the house, what did you say?
This is nice.
No, you didn't say that. Should I take off my shoes?
Oh, I did say. Yeah, because you have a stack of shoes out in front.
I know. Well, so that was because you saw the shoes?
Yeah, I wanted to be respectful. I fucking hate when people make you take off your shoes when you go to their house.
Right.
Do you make people do that?
No.
Oh.
I would never make you do that. And then when you drove, you go, what'd you say? When you drove it.
I'm not telling you.
He's being interrogated.
People have to know our relationship.
Okay, our relationship is
humor.
this. Yeah. Eric and I, we joke around, right? And we have an open kind of a comedy relationship where we can say whatever to each other.
Yeah.
Correct?
And so when I pulled into your parking garage,
right, you said, what'd you say?
This is a very expensive car.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I want to make sure it's safe.
Right.
But I didn't have to say that.
I know
you knew what I was.
I know. And then I'd like to talk about the beginning of you and I.
I'll be interested to see if your story matches my story.
I think that I met you at the commercial audition
For Pepsi One.
for Pepsi for Michael Bay, the one he directed.
Did you both book it?
Well, so what happened was him and I were in the remember downtown? We were
Yeah.
in that lobby,
LA Center Studios.
right? And we were looking at each other. Did we say? I don't think anyone said, "Hey, I'm Bobby and I'm Eric."
I think we just were friendly to each other.
Yeah,
so-
but we knew that there was one part,
Yeah.
and then we
You were going for the same part.
Same
we were
part.
the last two, right?
Yeah.
And they're like
They had released one guy who I always felt bad for the guy that was like, "Thank you so much." And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we were just because I was that guy plenty too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
you were that guy a lot.
Yes, I was there a lot. I was.
I know.
Yeah.
So you and
Still
I,
is that guy a lot.
I'm still, you son of a fucking bitch. You fuck you. I love fuck you.
okay, so I'll fuck you.
Yeah. And so we looked at each other. He would go in, and so now Michael Bay's sitting there with like 4 or 5 guys, and they look cool.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
They are cool.
They are cool, right? They're just sitting there. Their legs. You know how they cross their legs and sit like this.
Yeah.
their hair's perfect.
Yeah, her hair is perfect. And I swear to fucking God, all I heard was crush, like laughter.
Oh.
And then when you go, this guy, he's probably the best. He is. I'm not gonna get it. But I went in there. I did okay.
Yeah, I heard laughter when you went in too.
Yeah. And then they would bring Eric back in, right, and back and forth.
And then you would hear
Testing.
more
They
would
laughter.
bring you
and
back
hear
in?
what, yeah, and then would bring him back in,
Yeah.
and so it was
Laugh
like
off.
the little
Laugh
kind of a
off.
laugh off.
It was brutal.
It was brutal, yeah.
Damn.
And then they brought us in together.
Well, don't you remember we were both sitting there? They were both sitting there out in the lobby or whatever.
Yeah.
And at that moment in time, we probably were talking. It's like, dude, this is weird. Like, whoever gets it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they pop their head out and they're like, we'd like you to both come in.
right,
Oh,
which just
whoa.
never happens.
And didn't they just kind of hire us right there?
They did.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you're
They
both
said-
going to be the guy.
Yeah, you're both are going to be the guy.
But then it became, when we actually did the job,
Go on.
it was a disaster for me.
Why for you?
You were in deep water.
I was in deep water. Number one, it was a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was it's big.
Yeah.
It was a spoof on Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Right.
And Kim Cattrall was Goldilocks, and Bobby and I were the Towel Boys.
Towel Boys. Right. And now you have to understand this. And Eric's worked with me a couple of times on different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And, yeah, I mean, I was young, and I
Yeah,
didn't-
I don't know why you're
How old
using
were you
past
guys?
tense.
Oh, this is now last Super Bowl.
yeah. I'm
You
still
said
a disaster.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can
I'm a
just keep it-
I'm a disaster.
You can keep it current.
I mean, and I tell you, the panic that I get.
Yeah, I
and
know this
all
story.
those things,
Yeah.
right? They're real.
This is a reoccurring nightmare.
They're
has,
not.
the
They're
Kim
not.
Cattrall thing.
Yeah, it is. Still is. I still talk about it.
I do too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
it's
tell
like when I get big jobs and I run big people, I panic. And I go through people that are fans of the podcast know how weird I am.
Mm-hmm.
And that all is real.
Yeah, it is real.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. So
but the nice side of me has always told you that it's misplaced because you are not in those places by accident. You are
that's
talented.
thank you. That's
and you
really
do need to fall back on that every once in a while, except when I'm giving you shit.
yes, and that's really nice that you would say that. I'm about to cry that you said something like that. But anyway, let's move on from that.
Yeah, let's not go.
Yeah,
go
let's
there.
not get too fucking comfortable.
So, do you remember though how difficult it was for me too? Because we're shooting the commercial, and Michael would come over and say, "All right, is the light thing going to go off this time? And then the camera's going to be on the track, right? And it's going to do this, and then we're going to do that. All right." And then he would look at me and be like, "All right, you're hilarious. Just keep doing what you're doing. You, Bobby, stay in the fucking light. If I can't see your face, you're not going to be on camera. Do you understand that?" And just would berate Bobby,
Yeah.
and then compliment me. It
I
was the
mean,
best thing.
and then
and
at
the
one
worst
It
thing
point-
ever.
wasn't a bit.
No.
No.
At one point, he grabbed my face. He went from behind the camera, Michael Bay, grabbed my face and go, the light, right?
I mean-
and I kept looking at Eric going, this is the worst.
But to be fair, like, why couldn't you just get your face in the light? Like,
Yeah, what was
why
going
did
on?
you keep not getting your face in the light?
Because I never really, that was like, my third or fourth job?
Yeah, but oh my God. So we had to do this little funny comedy thing where I would peek around the corner and then Bobby would peek underneath me, or I would peek down and then Bobby would peek around,
Yeah.
This kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you would never get your face in the light. And then do you remember what else happened when we were shooting that commercial? That
No.
Not
I don't
bad
remember.
about you.
Oh, yeah, I know. Michael Clark Duncan?
showed up.
Yeah, so we're having lunch. Right, there's lunch.
Yeah.
And now at this point, I'm not outwardly saying it, but I'm sure he knew. This is the worst. I hate it. You know, and I was like, should I quit? Whatever,
Yeah.
right? And then we're having lunch, and then this, out of nowhere, a gigantic
Gorilla.
Well,
We can say
no, it was because he was in Planet of the Apes.
He came in full makeup.
We're not calling Michael.
Okay, I didn't.
Oh my
I know.
God.
Oh my God.
Because he would say this.
Are you calling me a gorilla?
yeah.
Very good,
But
Gilbert.
we're from Second City. This one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm from Wrigleyville.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I lived there for 2 years.
Yeah. Was impressed.
So he came
when
in
you said
gorilla
that.
suit.
When you said that Wrigley Field, he wasn't that impressed, man.
But I get
No,
what
it's
he
like
means.
a hellhole. It's like next to IO
get what
where
he
he's
means.
from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Way to pump the brakes.
Anyway. So yeah, he came in, and I remember Michael like touching his.
And he made him like do a cry, and he's like, oh, and beating his chest, and we're just like,
yeah.
he had yellow eyes and
Yeah.
big fangs. It was
It was
crazy.
amazing.
Anyway, that commercial didn't run that much.
And then, but here's what. Do you remember this?
What?
At the end of the commercial,
Go on.
you and I are standing next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Cattrall walks up to you. Do you remember this?
Oh.
And says, "You're going to be a very big star."
She said that to me?
Yes.
And what did she say to you?
She looked at me, said nothing, and walked away. And she was right.
Oh, that's
not true.
Well, she was right. No.
She predicted it.
Kim Cattrall.
Kim Cattrall's a wizard or something. Nothing happened.
A lot of things have happened.
Room here.
With me, though. You're in here with me.
Yeah, I know you.
And that's something.
I know.
So you guys have this picture where you're dressed as mimes. Where's that from?
Oh, that's where you're sitting on my lap. That
Yeah.
was an IBM commercial.
That was
did.
another IBM. No, he was
We
a
were bank
burglar,
robbers.
bank robbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys were like a duo for a while. You guys
No,
worked in
we
many
just
commercials?
ran. I think in the late '90s,
Yeah.
or early we ran. There was like 10 guys that booked every commercial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would book. I literally booked 20 in a year.
Yeah, you said
You did
that.
more. How many?
That's all? Ooh. Like, that's your record?
I know.
That's
how
adorable.
How many Joe Pytka commercials did you do? How many?
Like, forever?
Yeah, from your whole career. Just if you don't know, Joe Pytka is he's like the Steven Spielberg of commercial directors.
Yeah, he's
When you book a Joe Pytka job, you're gonna go through hell. I mean, at least I did. But you're gonna make a shitload of money.
yeah, and he likes finding people that he likes and can trust and
Yeah.
that he works with, and then he just keeps casting them. And I was lucky enough, I think in 2000, to book my first one with him, which was an American Express commercial. And I think between then and 2007, I did like 60.
Oh my
God.
God.
I remember one time you were in Italy shooting one with him. That's a different country, right?
Yeah, it was shooting a commercial for IBM in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and the Leaning Tower of Pisa crashed to the ground, and the commercial ran exactly 2 times on 9/9 and 9/10 of 2001.
Oh, what happened at 11?
Bobby,
Oh.
I'll leave.
Oh, sorry, no, something disastrous happened.
Yeah, so that commercial never really did much.
Yeah, but in retrospect, who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got to go to Italy.
Yeah, and I remember one night you said you had, because Joe Pytka, I mean, he was nice to you, right?
Very nice.
Yeah. But
Not
to
to
me,
you.
He was nice to you too. He kept hiring you. That means he likes you.
I know, but the things he would say though.
Well, you don't bring those on at all.
Examples.
So
know
you're
what?
saying
Yeah.
he
Well, wait,
deserves
no.
the abuse.
What he
I've
just,
seen you
some
on
of it.
set.
what you just said right now, it could have been a spiritual awakening just now.
Really?
Because in many ways, I like to blame people, but I have to look at my behavior,
You do.
and I have to look at the things that I say and the
And
things
do.
I do and things I invite. And you know what? That's touche to you, my friend. You could be right about that, but he did say some crazy shit.
Yeah, like what?
Ching chong. I'm not even real. Ching chong, get on your mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've heard him say he doesn't discriminate.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
No, he says crazy things about a lot of things. Yeah. And he's the best in the business. And I made a lot of money. And thank you so much, Mr. Pytka.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
He is really literally one of the people responsible for me to be able to be in the position to even get a job like Modern Family. Because when I would go into auditions, because of working for him consistently, I was, secure. Like I felt secure, and I felt like I had confidence because I had a few ducats in the bank, and I didn't have to go in there with desperation pouring out of my pores.
Yeah, you're right. I
So-
mean, he was like, I did one job for him, an IBM job.
How much?
I made $300,000 for one job, and this is in 1999.
I did 17. You did what? 17 IBM commercials. No, I didn't make that much on one. Which one was that?
It was the Juggernaut with the spacesuit one.
Oh,
with me
dude,
and
that
other
was
dude.
a huge
campaign. Yeah. So I'm just grateful for
Yeah.
for all that. And even when I was on Mad, I did the bank robber on with you. Remember?
Yeah.
At the shaved head.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great.
That's when
man.
we did that. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. And
That's with me. That's the one you're talking about where he's sitting on my lap or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. I'm wearing a little pork pie hat or something.
Yeah. And then you did a couple. You did like a couple of Mad sketches, right? Maybe one.
With you and Ike.
With me and Ike Barinholtz.
Because I knew Ike from Chicago.
Yeah.
And I knew you from here.
And then you know what I also remember is we'd go to, like, Steve and I would go to that Brazilian. Remember that Brazilian restaurant?
Oh my God, in Burbank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is it? The Churrascaria?
Yeah, it's a churrascaria called Meat.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Meat.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. It's over in the media center, like downtown Burbank. But yeah, we went to there. Remember, you just do the green light, red light, and you ate so much.
Do I recall you being mad at me because I did an interview or something where I said that I call Eric Stonestreet to get me like good restaurants?
No, I would never be mad. Why would I ever be?
I think
mad
you
at
gave me shit. Was it you or no somebody else?
Not me.
That was it. Yeah.
When did you do an interview?
Are you saying that in a?
Have you done interviews like with
Yeah. I've
like
done some
who's interviewed you?
It was probably like Korean.
No, but what are you talking about? I don't
Hollywood
really.
Bowl.
know.
I did like some sort of like interview, and I said that where do you get? Because I remember I talked to you. I said about Tinder. I taught him
Oh,
about
that's
Tinder,
right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I said,
Wait, I heard about this. We have to delve into that
Yeah.
in a sec.
Remember I taught you about Tinder,
Yeah, you did.
and you
You
got
were-
off it, didn't you? Not?
I did get off of it. Yeah.
After a while, it's the same old
It's like
thing.
it's like a game.
Yeah,
like,
it
it's,
is.
But not. I mean, meeting people because I very rarely meet people off the dating apps. But just swiping people's pictures, it just feels like I'm playing some sort of game or something.
And you become
It feels weird.
desensitized.
Totally.
And it's
How long were you on it?
like 7 years.
No. Yeah.
Like a year or whatever.
Yeah. But did you go on any dates on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But it was cool for
It was cool for a while. Yeah. Oh yeah. You definitely got me going on that.
Yeah. Because I met her that way.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't see you on there. Hey, baby. Remember me?
I missed my chance,
You sure
Eric.
did.
Fuck.
We'd be doing this podcast in a
Together.
real big room.
70 commercials.
Yeah.
More IBM than him?
This guy used to kill it like he used to.
Used to? Was it past
I
tense?
know he's killing it now, but like but I mean, you have to imagine a guy who, you don't really know his name, but you just know when he walks into a commercial, auditioning room, you go, oh fuck, that guy.
I
Right?
don't feel that people thought that about me.
I think they do. Because I've heard other people say, yeah, Stonestreet used to come in and he used to get it, and then you know what I mean.
I hope
And
I
they
was
never get-
nice.
There were guys that would go in and never got any.
Yeah.
So imagine going in to 50 of them and then seeing you at half of them, and then you're on half of those, and he went out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in his head, he's like, "That guy's a beast."
But there were people like that when I moved out here that I would see in every commercial that
Yeah.
I would walk in. It took a while for me to get to be considered that guy.
God, you're really humble, are you not?
I am. I think so.
You are.
Yeah.
What were you doing immediately before you got cast on Modern Family?
Commercials, like mostly just commercials. I had done a few guest stars leading up in that year on TV shows where I'd killed a few people. So Bobby knows my dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he also was on movies like Almost Famous. He was in that.
Yeah, I had a small part in that.
Yeah, but still you were in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to imagine when I was watching that movie back in the day. I was like, "Oh, there's
2000.
Eric."
there's-
Yeah.
But I was in one of my down, like little funks as an actor right before Modern Family. You know how we go through those things where you're just like, well, what do I do now? And I was literally in one of those, and a friend of mine who I met through Joe Pytka, Marshall Bell. I don't know if you ever worked with Marshall Bell. He's a character actor. Talks like this. He's from Oklahoma. licks his teeth a lot. And I called him and I was like, dude, I'm having a. He's like, what else you gonna do, man? You got traction. You're in the business. You got to stay.
Whoa.
He talked me. He
Good
like talked me
advice.
down off the good ledge.
Wow.
He's like, what else can you do?
Well,
I was like,
yeah.
well, Jesus, I guess when you put it that way.
Yeah.
So, and then the audition for Modern Family happened like within that 4-month window of that period.
And I read that whole audition process was a long one for you, where they kind of didn't know like who they wanted to cast. Is that
God,
true?
your girlfriend's so much smarter than you.
She does research.
And she
She
sounds
reads.
good.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay.
Fucking
Now fucking answer it, man.
fucking Tinder.
Could have been you, baby.
Still mine.
Yes.
Still
Still
mine.
might, still
Hey.
might. We'll talk about it after.
Hey, now I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, take that fucking stocking cap off.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And all that hair. So yeah, it was because I was one of the last people that they'd cast in the show. They had been looking for a while, and I did 4 auditions for it, which isn't that unusual. But what made my process a little more unusual was that I had done 2 auditions and they had passed, like sent word that like they liked me, but it wasn't going to go any further because I knew the casting director, and so it was a courtesy call for him calling my manager because as actors we'd love to know when we're no longer
Right.
in, so we're not sitting at home wondering. So he just called and said, hey, they really liked Eric, but it's not going to go any further. Twice they did that to me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that was what made the process for me a little different.
And then the third time, did you go? I'm not going to go back in, or
Well, no, then they called out of the blue and said, we'll test you. So then, so I went in
Whoa.
once, passed, then 7 days passed, and they called back and said, come back in, dress more appropriately for the character, clean shaven, because I would roll around. That's another thing I would.
that's what I loved about you.
Yeah, I would never like
Dirty.
play the
Yeah.
Right.
play the game of doctor's coat.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, like
they dress
yeah,
up.
but-
Actors
yeah,
dress
yeah.
up. I never do that.
I used to get when I first moved into town, like only Asian ones. So I'd go into a lobby and it's all people in ninja suits
Yeah,
and samurai swords,
Oh,
and I would
God.
dress like this.
yeah.
And I go, I'm not gonna get this.
I knew it was time for me to start thinking about getting out of the commercial business when I went over to an audition in Santa Monica, and that called for a guy in a suit and tie, and I showed up, just in like a nice shirt and jeans. but
Yeah.
I wasn't looking like a slob, and the guy was like, "Oh, what are you here for?" And I said, "Sears." He's like, "Where's your suit and tie?" And I said, "Oh, do they have the set built in there too?" He's like, "What?" And I said, "Did they build the set? Is the set in there?"
Yeah. Did they have no imagination?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to back away. I'm losing.
It's-
This 12 years of this has caught up to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was just doing commercials, and I remember distinctly shooting the pilot and listening to all my co-stars talking about their careers and the things that they had, and that includes the kids on the show. And everyone had something that they were either going to do if the show didn't get picked up, or that they had turned down to do the show. Like Julie Bowen was in second position on another pilot. Ty Burrell was in second position on another pilot. Sofia Vergara had a holding deal at ABC. Jesse Tyler Ferguson was going to go to Broadway and play Buddy the Elf in the musical Elf. Ariel Winter, who's a brilliant actress, she had something that she was going to do. Rico was like killing it, doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Everybody had something going on, and I really remember sitting there thinking, I have a Lowe's callback.
Yeah.
Lowe's is- I
Third
love
position.
Lowe's.
Yeah. But that was my career up in to that point, and I think I represented so many actors to that point. I was the guy I was the least known adult for sure. Maybe Ariel and Sarah Hyland were more recognizable. I mean, they'd worked more than I had, almost probably, and that's
Yeah, but can I just say this? The argument is this, though. I don't. You said all those names. I don't know who they are.
But you don't watch the show.
It doesn't matter. Just listen
wait
to-
a minute. What?
No, I don't. I've never seen it.
You've never seen Modern Family?
Fuck it.
He's pretty great.
Fuck it. I know it's good. Fuck it.
Is it too hard for you?
I've
you
seen
were-
clippets. I saw one time you did the thing where you reached the baby up and you did a Lion King thing.
That was supposed to be you.
You went up for that?
I know.
Bobby went
No,
up for
but
it.
I saw that-
Passed on him twice.
No, I saw that. You know how because I flight coach, and I had one of those little TV screens, and somebody was next to me seeing that part, and them laughing, and I go, I want to say that's my friend, you know what I mean? But I didn't. But I laughed because the way you did it was funny, and that's all I need to see. But when I'm going to say this,
He has a hard time watching any
myself
friends.
either. I can't see anybody.
Well, not even yourself, but your friends. You just can't do it.
Okay.
But can I just say this?
Sure.
Is that I don't know who they are. That's fine. I know the guy from Married with Children. He's in it.
Ted Bundy's a murderer. Serial
yeah.
killer.
Right. But Ike and I and people that were in the comedy business, right, know who you are, and we think that I always thought that you were legit.
Yeah.
And that's what I give a fuck about.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean? It's like when one time I was at Barnes and Noble, and this is before I met you, sweetie. I was with this girl on a shitty date.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock walked up and said, "What's up, dude?" And gave me a hug. And I don't care about if the Variety, you know what I mean, knows me or whatever. I just care that dude who's in the same business as I am respects me or knows who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'd rather have that. You know?
Well, I would too.
So when you're in that fucking show like Modern Family, and I know you're saying all those things, that's what you're thinking. I have lows and this and that. At the end of the day, but you still had the baggage of, I think, the comedy community.
Well, that's very nice. Or was it like I say one nice thing about you and then you say something nice to me? That was really sweet.
No, that's not what I was doing.
Okay, well,
I wasn't doing that.
Can I thank you for saying something really nice? It's like 2 genuine moments you and I've had.
Is that a rarity?
Him and I,
because you're weird with compliments
we
too.
make
like you.
we
Yeah, I don't
generally
love
we've always
compliments.
made fun of each other.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, we don't go deep, right?
Like with what?
Just
like
with our
making fun of each
insults?
other?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's not like
You've
really personal.
gone deeper than I have.
Like with what? With what?
I'm not gonna say.
The face says it all.
Yeah.
You've sent me some pictures that I didn't appreciate.
Oh, okay. That's it.
I'm
That's
not
all we
gonna
have to
say
say.
any more about that.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah. All right.
Didn't care for that.
And wow, I see a little resentment still.
No, not resentment.
Revenge?
Anger.
What kind of
I
picture?
apologize,
I'll tell
baby.
you.
Not right
All
now.
right, all
I don't
right.
want this to turn into
Well, that's not on him. That's on you for sending.
My
him
bad. I'm going to
possible
apologize
dick
right now. My
pics.
bad. Dude, lean back, George. Just a little bit. Thank you so much. Just
He's
lean
getting
back a little
nervous.
bit. Don't be nervous. Everyone back up.
Well,
Everything's fucking fine.
It's a wolf.
He
This is
sends
fine.
Bobby unsolicited dick pics all the time.
Yeah,
so.
it's fucking weird.
Oh, that's
me
not
too.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But can I say something how you helped me?
How?
I swear to God you did this. And I don't know if you remember, but I was at an audition, right?
Yeah.
And you were on the lot. That's where you shoot, right?
Yeah.
You walked into the lobby, right, when I was auditioning. And I was telling you, and you said something to me. You said, it doesn't have to be perfect. They know that you're a human being, that you just got the size. You know what I mean? Just do the best you can. You know what I mean? Don't worry about, you know what I mean? It really put me in a different mental state because I was always in a...
Was this when I was on the show already?
Yeah.
Mm.
This is your third year or something, second year.
So after one Emmy, I think. Yeah, I think
fight.
that was just...
Yeah, one Emmy, yes.
One Emmy,
yes.
yeah.
And anyway,
Go on.
any fucking way, it helped me. And I tested for that show. But I was literally like, it has... I get a script. I go.
Well,
I
we
have to
all get
memorize
into
it.
that mode. We all get into that mode to have to perfect it. And what I always would tell people is like, you want to do almost the opposite of it when you go in an audition, because these people that go in and audition and make it perfect, you're kind of setting the standard in the people watching's mind that they think, well, this is as good as it's going to be. This is as good as it can get.
No room
He's
for
pitch
anything else.
perfect.
Yeah.
Off book, off this. And man, this is the performance.
Right.
When you want to give the appearance that you're a performer, and this is a loose sketch of how good it can be, and man, wait till you have some time with it. Wait till you have a costume on. Wait till you have a prop in your belt. Wait till you're on set. Then it's going to really come alive. But these people that go in that are super worried about being polished, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. My trick in commercials, and I tell people this all the time, and it really, I think, was an important thing, is I would be so aloof in a commercial audition. I would walk in, and I would be like, where do you want me to stand?
Yes.
Where? Okay. Stand here, and who am I reading with? Do you want me to read with you or with you? Okay, cool.
Yes.
And they'd be like, are you ready? I'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Am I ready?
I'm ready. And then I would just be like, ding. and
Yeah.
just like come to life and take direction and take notes. And then it was like doing a magic trick a little bit in a sense, because I would set the expectations low.
Yeah. I said in commercial auditions is that the slate, you have to pretend that it's silly, that you've done it before, that you're grateful to be there, but also I'm a busy guy, like to kind of embody those things. So I would always make the slate kind of funny.
I'm sure you would. What would you do?
Like they turn, I go which way,
All right.
and I'll turn backward. Just, you know what I mean? And they would giggle and stuff. Right?
Eric, I would do this.
Oh,
Eric Stonestreet.
One more time, please.
Eric Stonestreet.
Could you try without a hesitation?
Eric Stonestreet.
Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Bobby.
Yes.
Can you please slay, please? Oh, can you turn around though?
What do
You're
I
facing
say?
the wrong way.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Bobby.
Yeah.
You know, anytime I do an Asian guy, it's me impersonating you, impersonating your
My
dad
dad,
from
yeah.
your stand-up.
Yeah, you do sometimes come out to see me. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Remember you called me out in the audience at one point.
Yeah. In the main room, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't like it.
I didn't mind it, but that's not my world. Like
Yeah.
I've always kind of regretted never pursuing and trying to be a stand-up.
But you could. I mean, out of anyone, you could have done it.
Well, that's
And
really
it's funny
nice.
because you still do kind of a live show.
I do a live show.
I know that because we have the same agents. Are you still with CA?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm still there too, barely.
Yeah.
Barely.
Want me to talk to him?
Yeah. Talk to me
talk
about.
to
Yeah,
him?
yeah.
Put
Send
in
me
a
out
good
more.
word, please. We need.
We
it.
should do a show.
We should do something together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know that I've talked to the PA department, and they go, "Yeah, Eric's in Australia doing these question and answer
Q&As. Yeah.
Q&As." How does that work?
Like this. It's like an open format where I'm on stage. I come out and I do a little brief introduction of like who I am and why I'm there, and
You get laughs in those introduction.
yeah, big time
That's
because
stand up then.
yeah, because they don't know what they really bought a ticket for. So that's the first thing that I say is like,
Yeah.
I bet you're all wondering what the fuck did you buy a ticket for, and that gets a big laugh because they don't.
Yeah.
No, and it's a combination of humor and sincerity. Me giving advice. What I found that people are always asking me for my advice on things. So, and then asking me what it's like to do what I do. So I've taken that format and just turned it into kind of improvised stand-up because
Right.
I never know what kind of questions I'm going to get. I do know what some of the questions are, so I have built-in answers for those. So I've written jokes essentially in my own head because my experience is improv, never stand-up.
Yeah.
And
So do you do an hour?
I've done 2 hours.
Wow.
God,
That's long.
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's exhilarating. I love it.
And it's a meet and greet afterwards.
I'll do a meet and greet depending on where the theater is, yeah, and what the
You
deal
have
is.
to pay money to do it. All.
Mhm.
Just a little extra, right?
But you know, the thing of it is
Yeah.
if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't be there, and that's sort of the nice thing about the job I have, and that's what I tell people. It's like if you see me someplace, it's because I want to be there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here tonight.
You don't need the money.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I like you and
Yeah.
wanted to do this. Like I don't go places I don't want to go, and I don't do shows that I don't want to do.
Right. No, I mean, and it also gives them like imagine living in a different country, and Modern Family is one of the biggest sitcoms, right? And it's
Huge.
like
I mean,
it's
all my
huge.
family's from the Philippines,
Yeah.
and it's huge.
Huge.
there.
Do they dub us there? Do you know? Are
No,
we
they
dubbed?
don't. It's English.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And it's like he's coming to our town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's amazing. That you
I
do
liked.
that.
I did like 6 shows last summer. This time of year, last year on the East Coast, and I like playing those like 1,300 seat theaters, like those that I know you've done.
Wow.
No, I do 250.
250.
2,500 or 250.
250.
250.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Can they hear your little voice all the way to the back?
Can I just tell you my journey?
I know everybody knows your
Tell
journey.
me about my journey, my friend.
Uh-oh.
Keep your
God.
pants
All
up.
right, sorry. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Remember the Spaghetti Factory?
Oh, my birthday party.
You had a birthday party.
Everyone
yeah.
has a Bobby Lee
Spaghetti
Spaghetti
Factory
Factory story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I used to
Tell
have.
us yours.
Well, you came, right? Who was there?
The only person I really remember being there is you, your brother, and Ari
Shaffir.
Shaffir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because I thought he was funny then.
yeah,
I think he's so funny now.
so funny now. This is before he beat the shit out of me, or after?
Did you guys ever make up?
Yeah.
Okay.
He called me out of the blue.
That's nice.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know this, a lot of people do. Ari Shaffir beat the shit out of me 3 weeks in a row to the point where I was bleeding out of my face.
Because he
weeks in
just
a
got
row.
tired of your stuff, or what?
No, because of Natasha Leggero.
Oh, what happened?
I'm going to just tell you the quick story.
Okay.
When I was on Mad, do you remember Ron Peterson, Canadian guy? Well, I was at the Comedy Store one night, and he goes, "Who's that on stage?" I go, "That's Natasha Leggero." He goes, "She's hot." I go, "Yeah, but she lives with Ari Shaffir." Ron Peterson goes, "All right." And then I walked away because I had another show in the main room, whatever. And then a couple hours later, I was driving him back to the hotel where we were staying at, and he goes, "I got her number." I go, "Yeah, but she's seeing my friend Ari." He's like, "Yeah, but she's gonna go on." So she starts like going to like plays with him, dinners behind Ari's back, right? And then out of nowhere, Ari calls me. "She left me, dude." I go, "Yeah, but," she goes, "You set them up."
Oh God.
Right? I go, "I didn't set them up. Why would I do that?" He goes, "You did it." And here's how I know you did it. I go, "How? If you don't do this for me right now, this thing I'm going to ask you to do, I know that you set them up."
Whoa.
What was the thing?
What was the thing? I hope
Break
it was
in-
show him your penis. Because I know you do that.
Yeah, that's free. Yeah, that's a Korean hello.
Break into something?
Break into his office at Mad TV,
Yeah.
go into his computer,
Yeah.
and steal the emails between Ron and
Oh, wow.
and
That's some intense
Natasha.
shit.
So I go, I can't break into his fucking office at Mad TV.
But can I just say the
What?
visual of you with a little smoke puff? Poof. Running in and breaking in.
I am a ninja.
It's like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
thought about it for just a second.
Right, yeah. I have the whole thing on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're called smoke bombs,
Okay.
not smoke puffs.
All right.
Smoke puffs.
Okay, just want to correct you on that. And
Thank you.
so I go, "No, I'm not going to do that." And he goes, "Then you set them up." So that Friday, I show up at the Comedy Store, and I'm checking in at the front counter, and he punches me in the face.
Like for real punches
Yes.
you. This is not a comedy fight,
No.
a comedy joke fight.
I fall to the ground, and he kicks me in the face like 20 times.
Oh shit.
Now I'm bleeding. I'm like, almost, coma. But then as I get up, I hear my name being called
On stage.
on stage, and I go up on stage.
And did you talk about it or?
I only went up for 1 minute,
Yeah.
and I go, "That guy right there," you know what I mean? I'm bleeding from the face. He beat the shit out of me. You know what I mean? Like I called him out, "Ari Shaffir." Right? Then I get off stage, and the manager goes, he's just emotional. Don't do anything. I go, "All right." It's like how cool I am.
Yeah.
A week later, I'm walking down the hallway at the Comedy Store. He fucking lunges at me, right? And he starts strangling me in the fucking hallway with his little Jew thumbs in my throat. And I don't mean that in a racist way.
Just a descriptive.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that
Right.
that's how I felt at the beginning, back then. And he's squeezing, and then my neck starts bleeding because he has his nails gouged into my fucking neck. Why it's so funny, baby?
That's funny. That
It is funny.
Yeah.
Your man bleeding.
Right.
mean-
So then I remember I was dating a comic back then, and she was doing a show upstairs, Sarah.
Did she come to your rescue?
No, she didn't. But I remember going upstairs, and my neck is bleeding, and she goes, "Why are you crying? And why is your neck bleeding?" I go, "He attacked me."
Oh my God.
You're right.
I bet that was a turn on to her.
That was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shocking.
And then the worst thing happened. So then, unbeknownst to me, this is when Mind of Mencia was going on. Okay?
oh, okay.
Ari Shaffir had auditioned for Mind of Mencia and gotten the part when Carlos Mencia was out of town. So he had auditioned for the producers. They had hired him. But then when Mencia got back into town, he already knew that Ari had attacked me twice. And he was looking at like who was performing, on his show, and he saw Ari on it.
Yeah.
So he called Ari Shaffir and says, "Hey, dude, you beat up my friend Bobby, so you can't do my show." So in Ari's mind, he thought that I had called.
Oh no, here comes the third ass kicking.
Yeah.
This is a real bad sequence of events for you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't ever get into stand up.
I know.
I would have beat your ass so many times.
I know. So then I show up at the Comedy Store after he gets fired from Mind of Mencia, and I just hear running. Right? Like I park the car, I close the door, I hear, pa, 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 pa. And then no running because he's in the air.
Doing a Superman punch?
Yeah. He does a Superman punch from behind. Pop! I fall to the ground, right? I just run straight to the office, screaming, right? Oh, so funny, George.
Yeah, I
She's
know.
like, I work for this guy?
Yeah. And I try to call 911.
Oh.
Right, so I call 911 to call the police, right? I answer the phone, and then nothing. Do you know why? Steve Renazizi had pulled the fucking cord out of the fucking wall, and he gets on his hands and knees, and he goes, if you call the cops now, he's going to be in jail all weekend because it was a Friday. I go, so what the fuck do I do? He goes, go home. So I just went home. And then the next thing I know, he got banned from the club. And then for 3 or 4 years after that, every time I would walk by him, he would call me a piece of shit. And I wanted to say I didn't do anything.
But you guys have finally patched this up. I'm so sorry I asked this or mentioned this.
No. Then out of nowhere, he calls me. And he just goes, this is 5 years later. Hey, dude, it's Ari. And I just wanted to go, fuck you, right? But then he goes, I know that you had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? I was just emotional. I love you.
Were you a little worried like a fist was going to come out of the phone? God damn it! 4 times!
Yeah. And also, you're trembling because I loved him. Mm-hmm. He was my friend.
Yeah, we were at a birthday party together.
Yeah, at Spaghetti Factory.
Looking at a picture of a Snicker bar up your brother's ass.
Oh, that? You've seen that?
Oh my God, we just talked about that.
Talked about that.
No one has proof. No one can
You've
find
seen
this
it?
photograph.
I have it scarred in my brain. Would we like to do a lobotomy and check it out?
Well, see, now that was
wow.
real because he was there.
If you could vouch, if Eric Stonestreet can vouch.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
My
that's
brother was
real.
on
I
and he
wouldn't
talked
lie to
about
you.
that.
I wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
It was really up his butt then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about this far.
Oh, so there was like a...
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, Laban had done that.
Yeah.
See?
Oh.
Annabelle.
What a random
My
thing
brother-
to look at the Spaghetti Factory.
I
Just-
know. By the way,
What?
they should reopen a Spaghetti Factory now.
There's
that I
one
They
out.
do.
There's one out in the Inland Empire.
What's it? Where?
What's it called? Were you about
It's
to say
like
what's
a-
it called?
Yeah.
Spaghetti Factory.
But where?
It's like in Claremont or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that,
off
right?
the. Yeah, it's off the 10. Well, we know
Because
what you're
I
doing this
love-
weekend.
I love the manager's special.
What was it?
Is that the 3 flavors?
It's 2 flavors of sauces you can choose.
Okay.
And the 2 sauces you have to choose is the mushroom sauce, and I love the one with the misatra cheese.
Okay.
And then what you do is you mix, or your meat sauce too, and you mix it together, and it's the most dandiest little morsel that you can ever have.
Everyone's so excited about Spaghetti.
I love it.
You
so
make
much.
it sound good, and I hate the Spaghetti Factory.
She hates it. She
Yeah.
hates Benihana too.
It's
do.
fun, though.
Ay, come on,
Hey, I got to
Bobby.
tell you something funny that actually has happened that you don't know about.
What?
So I have made it because I think you might have been the first person to ever take me to Korean barbecue, and I, love it. And I've made it my mission that every time I go to Korean barbecue,
Yeah.
I name drop you.
Oh, nice. I love it.
Yeah, I just work it into the conversation with the waiter
Every single time.
just as a little fishing expedition, just to see if there's any reaction of like, oh, Bobby Lee.
Yeah,
He's a
there
very
isn't.
famous Korean comedian.
None, right?
And no. So the fucking day
Yeah.
I went to Ginwa, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ginwa.
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 yeah.
It's really good. I
What did you say?
I said, where do you like to go? Like to the waiter. I'm like, so when you want Korean barbecue, where do you go?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, to K-Town. And I'm like, yeah, but like specifically which ones are good? And he rattles a couple off. And I said, I've been to Super Jeep before. He goes, oh, yeah, that's really good. It's, it's... I said, they're not that friendly there to like white guys like me. It doesn't... I don't know if they don't speak English or whatever. I said, but my friend Bobby Lee
Pause.
Yeah.
took me to the place right next to Kyo-chan, right there with the pig emblem. And he goes, oh, yeah. And he rattles it
I
off.
guess
Yeah.
Gopchang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, Bobby Lee. Actually, Bobby Lee was in here one time. He slapped one of our waiters.
What the?
I'm like, yes! Finally,
It
my
didn't
name
work. It
drop
didn't
worked.
It didn't work.
You slapped a waiter?
Yeah, you
I don't-
slapped a waiter at Jinwa.
Whoa.
Not in a violent way.
Oh.
I've never slapped it.
Not in an Ari Shaffir way.
Yeah, no, and like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, that kind of a way.
Well, he had a huge spiritual meltdown because our favorite Korean barbecue spot has a wall. It's an Asian wall of fame, and he is not in there.
Parks.
Parks Barbecue.
Parks Barbecue.
Oh, where's that? I'm on that one.
You
On
I'm on that
Olympic?
wall.
I think you're on
Yeah,
Parks.
you are,
You
you
are on
are.
Parks. Oh my God. You're fucking made
But
it.
he's not.
You fuck stop bait. You fucking made it on Parks.
Yeah.
Before me.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
All Koreans though.
It's all
I
Koreans.
dyed,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
dyed my hair black.
Yeah.
Put on a really nice suit.
But you know what we did?
What?
We had a fan
Yeah.
from this podcast go to Parks.
You mean the fan?
Yeah.
The fan,
the
one
one
fan.
fan.
The one fan?
Yeah.
The one, yeah.
Frame a fucking photo of me
Yes.
and then fucking put it on the wall.
Is it still up?
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing.
And then when I went back there, like recently, the owner was there. She goes, I know you did.
Okay.
I go, what?
Here's the challenge
What?
for your fans. They have a certain time limit. Let's give them
Oh god.
6 weeks.
Okay, 6 weeks is good.
Somebody needs to get a picture of me on Parks
Yeah,
Barbecue.
yeah, yeah. Yes.
And we'll go in
we'll
together.
go in together.
We'll go in together in
Ha-
6 weeks.
I have something. There's a photo of me and Eric
Oh yeah.
on my Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's
I'll
one.
repost it
There's
on their
one
site,
from the
yeah.
past, and there's also one a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do that photo, something
Okay.
recent, frame it,
Mm-hmm.
and then put it on Park's wall, and don't say anything.
Don't say
That's
anything.
the challenge. And if you can do that, what do we give them, babe? Free T-shirt.
Yeah, possibly.
A
We'll
free-
give you.
But
We'll,
they also have an upstairs wall where they put like the D-list celebs, and I think that's
I'm
where
on that wall now.
that's where you ended
That's
up.
where we ended up.
Get
They
the front
moved
door.
you?
Yeah, they moved them upstairs.
Like, who's bigger than you?
Like some baseball
There's
player.
like 50
Oh,
Asians
well,
on
yeah.
the wall except
And
him.
you've never seen anyone.
Did I ever tell you I met the dance song guy?
Psy.
William Hung.
Psy.
No, Psy.
Yeah,
Psy.
Psy. I met him
Whoop
at
'em Gangnam
Dodger
Style.
Stadium. Whoop,
Yeah,
whoop,
I
whoop,
saw a
whoop.
photo.
He
with
has
you.
6 photos of him on that wall.
I saw
yeah.
a photo with him. You know what?
Apparently-
Here's another photo that
Does
I've
he-
seen with you.
What?
Baby, let
Okay.
back up for a
Okay.
second. I have a little confrontation. A little baseball game with Ken Jeong.
Ooh.
No, don't. Oh.
That's a Korean
You
betrayal.
fucking invited me one time, or twice.
I've invited you. I've invited you to my Christmas party 3 times. You showed up twice. Is that what you're
true.
talking about?
That is true.
I didn't have it last year.
You didn't have it last year.
No,
Can
I'm
I
having
get,
it next year.
Can I get invited this year?
Yeah, of course.
I'll
Now
bring
that
Khalyla.
I've met
Yeah.
Khalyla.
Close enough.
Yeah. We'll come
Khalyla,
to the
close
Christmas
enough.
party.
Khalyla.
Let me ask you something. So
7
I have.
inches.
7 inches.
Is it?
Yeah.
For sure 7
I don't
inches.
think so.
You think bigger?
Maybe. I think it's thick. No, it has nothing to do with the weight. It's not a weight thing. I just think it's thick.
Have you seen? So you've never seen Eric's penis?
No, he's
would
not one of those
never-
guys. He's not one of those guys that you
have-
can.
No, I don't like 7. I have a very shallow vagina. That's not going to work. I need smaller.
Okay, I'm 6.
He can
I can
retract
work
it.
with
He
that.
can
I can
retract
work
it
with
any
that.
You're
moment.
not seeing anybody.
Not right now. I mean, not as in a girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend.
What happened to that opera singer? Didn't you? Have
Bobby,
You want
Bobby.
no,
Susan Boyle.
no, you were dating an opera singer, right?
No, I was dating a girl that was on Broadway, like a
a
dancer.
singer.
Yeah, yeah.
What happened to that? Gone?
Yeah, we broke up. She
Yeah.
doing her thing.
I can't imagine what your taste is like now.
What was his taste before from what you saw?
I mean, to me, he would be like, and he's an average guy. Probably got girls that were, but now he's.
I've never been a quantity over quality guy ever in my
Yeah, I
life.
know you're a quality guy, so
Yeah.
I can't imagine what
Never
you
was
are.
interested in like hooking up with a girl just because she would hook up with me. Like that's
Right.
not, never been.
You
my
need
deal.
the insides too.
Insides are important sometimes, Bobby.
I met my girl here, man.
On Tinder. Oh my God. I still can't believe it myself.
Remember when I would start texting you right when you started posting pictures of her? I'm like, does that girl need help? Like, what's going on? Do I need to call the police?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
are you holding her against her will?
You don't find me that attractive. I mean, as a
I find
friend,
you charming, but I
you don't
know
think that I'm attractive.
you're not my type. If I was gay, no. I mean, if I was a gay
Right.
guy, I wouldn't bone you.
Yeah. Well, that's rude.
Why?
Because if I was gay, I would probably go, yeah, I'd suck this guy's dick.
Well, that's you and I'm me. I mean,
Right. How about this? If you were gay and I was gay, would you at least invite me to parties and stuff?
like
We'd
to
be
hang
friends?
out with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would do a real big blanket, like, "Hey, this is my friend Bobby."
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And you would probably never recommend me to your other gay friends.
Yeah, I would. Guys that were into,
Yeah. Fat Asians?
I don't think you're fat.
Oh, that's nice. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Well, at least we'd be friends in that world. you know?
Yeah. I remember one time when I was shopping, like with a friend of mine at Nordstrom, this guy Matt, and I was trying some stuff on. This was before Modern Family or anything, and I was trying some clothes on, and I came out, and my friend Matt was like, "Dude, the salesman totally thinks we're a couple." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so I go back in and I try a couple other things off, or try other couple things on, and I come out, and the salesman is so clearly like flirting with Matt, like flirting with him.
Yeah.
And I find myself like getting really like mad about it because he had told me that he thought we were a couple. So then I'm like, well, if he thinks we're a couple, like this is really disrespectful to me. And so then when we finish up and we're walking away, he's like, dude, that guy totally was hitting on me and basically asked me to go out. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, I want to go back and confront the guy and be like, look, we're not gay, but you thought we were, and fuck you for trying to steal my guy.
Right.
It was,
and he didn't find you attractive.
well, he wanted to bone Matt.
Yeah. Do you find that? Because you do. Cause I have seen a couple of Modern Families, and I know you've won Emmys, and people have said to me like, "You know that guy?" I go, "Yeah." Is he gay? And I go, because you're so good on that show as that guy. Is that weird out there or no?
It was in the beginning a little bit, but
Do people ask you that all the time?
Yeah, I block anybody on it. I love blocking people on social media. So anybody that says, "Are you gay in real life?" I just block them because I think that's a completely inappropriate question.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, if I was, you're the person I'm going to come out to right now.
Yeah.
You know what? Thank you so much for asking me, Instagram. Yes, I am. It's like,
fuck off. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
It's not an okay question. But in the beginning, it was weird because, like, I never wanted to seem like I was ashamed of being gay. So, like, if I wanted to talk to a girl, I couldn't go up to a girl and be like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm not gay, and I think you're really cute." Like, I would never say that because that would imply that I would care if you thought I was or that there was something wrong with being gay. So, it was a little bit of a, you're right that I am an average, guy, and it was a deeper hole than I already had to kind of dig myself out of because I'm funny and charming, and it takes a minute for that to wash over a girl. They're not just deciding that I want to bone that guy purely based on his looks, you know? So I had a little bit more of a challenge in the beginning, but I overcame it.
I'm so fucking happy for you.
Are we done?
No, I just wanted to say that.
Oh.
But I think that I like sort of gay guys. I mean, like I like men with.
You have a little gay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
I like
think,
fluidity. I find that attractive.
Yeah, and the point is I'm confident enough of a man in my masculinity to not care if a girl thinks I'm gay. It makes
and it's
no
unnecessary. It's unnecessary to even ask.
I've sucked a couple of dicks before.
I think he knows that. I mean,
Eric looks so angry, everyone, right now.
Have you?
In high school, yeah. And when I was younger, I mean.
Oh, I think I did know that.
Yeah, you did.
I think I did.
I don't think there's a soul that he doesn't want to tell that story to.
I think I did know it.
It's freeing to talk about it.
Do you remember, you want to hear something funny that I've always laughed at and been embarrassed of at the same time? An experience you and I had together. So one time I went down to San Diego to watch you do comedy at the Comedy Store down there.
Oh, yeah.
And Dave Attell was like the main guy there. That night, like he was the whatever you call it, the headliner, whatnot. And I didn't know, like, again, I'm not in the stand-up world, so I didn't know Dave Attell was like a slayer of comedy. I just thought he was a comedian and was gonna get up and do a show. And he was out back, and you guys were kind of talking out back, and he was smoking a cigarette, and he was ready to go in, and I went, "Hey man, have a great show." Just being nice.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. And it's a great fucking line. He goes, "Thanks, old timer." Oh my God. It was the fucking best. I was like, not how I meant it, but that was fucking incredible. Thanks, old timer.
Because back then, he wasn't that big then.
But he was, you really
he was
respected
big when I was
him.
already in high school.
I mean, I fucking loved him.
And I didn't know him as like what he was, a few years later he had his show.
Can you call ABC and tell them to pick up my pilot?
What is it called again?
Splitting Up Together.
What do you play?
I play Oliver Hudson's best friend in it.
Oh, adorable. How do you do in it? You were always worried about your acting with me. You would always tell me that you.
I still do. I have same issues.
Mm-hmm.
I just go because I do some Love too on Netflix, and I always go, Judd hates me. That was a terrible day.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be there if that was true.
I understand. I know. There's something that about myself that I have to confront. You're right, and
you have to be careful
at
with
some
that, though,
point.
because
At
it's like,
some point, people. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy at this point. If you
I
always
know.
believe that of
I
yourself,
know
you're going to
that
show
I'm
up and
funny.
suck.
So that's all I know.
And the other danger you really get into
Yeah.
with so many people in our business is you really run the risk of people just thinking you're a narcissist and want attention all the time.
That's true. We talked about this last week.
You know who does that? Says that about me? Whitney Cummings.
She's probably not wrong.
She's like, you're a narcissist, and I'm fucking tired of you saying shit like that.
Yeah, you just
And
want constant.
you're-
But
you're-
I've known you long enough to know that it is a real. It's somewhat based in reality. Who
No.
have you
And a
known
lot
longer?
of fear and a lot of like traumatic auditions that you've.
I
But
know.
everyone does that.
Yeah.
Just listen.
What?
I swear to fucking God, I know that I'm getting better.
You mean as
Because
an actor? I
No,
don't
but
know.
just listen to what I'm saying. I know that in this pilot that I do well.
Really?
Yeah, I know that. Because
Because you're
I
doing
see
little,
it.
you're doing less.
No, I'm just like more. I'm listening and I'm
Yeah.
doing more of.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You're doing less.
Yeah, and I'm being in the scene, and they really love what I'm doing, and I know that I'm doing a good job.
And who directed
Yeah.
this?
My friend Dean. I didn't test for it.
You just got it.
Yeah.
See, yeah. So many actors and people and performers that are listening to this podcast, and you not complaining, but you expressing your worry and your fear of not being good. You can't couple that with I didn't audition or test for it. Those two things don't jive, because that's when people that have real struggles in our business check
I
out.
know. All right, I get it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to change.
No, you're not.
I am.
Change clothes.
Where are we at time wise?
We're at over 50.
Okay, good. We'll
So
do
now
it.
this is what happens now.
Does that mean the show's over?
No, we go to one last thing.
Oh.
We have an email. Ask us a question.
But hold on just a minute. How long could you do this with me? Like how? Like
You guys could probably go on for hours,
For
the both
hours.
of you.
The longest we ever went was probably an hour 20 minutes.
with who?
Maybe Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Honestly, yeah.
Wow.
What?
I mean,
Someone
okay.
wants to break the record.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
Here's why I do it that way, though. And I know that people listening right now go, "How come you always say, are we? Well, what time we're at? Because we want to hear 2 hours." I always believe less is more.
Like therapy session.
Yes, and I believe that when I do anything, I try to compact the thing with as much entertainment within a small amount of space.
Yeah, but how do you know an hour and 20 with me isn't going to be?
But you don't
Because-
seem exhausted in this episode. Your energies match. You have a frenetic energy. You're calm, so it can
Yeah.
go on for a while. And you
Yeah.
have two people with
he
frenetic
can be
energy.
frenetic too, right?
I give what I get.
Oh. So you're good right now because I'm giving good.
No, I'm saying that I am able to match my scene partner. Like if I can, decide what
Wow.
the person needs. or
Wow.
wants.
So you're at a high level right now.
No, I'm right here in the middle because
Right.
it's your show. If it was my show, it'd be different.
Oh. You ever gonna do a podcast?
No.
It's for us poor people,
That's for us-
baby.
yeah.
No, it's not. That's not why I
That's
wouldn't
not
do
what
it.
he meant, baby.
No, but
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
No,
Did-
I wouldn't do it because why I never did stand up in that I don't know that I have the energy and passion to be good at hosting a weekly podcast, and I don't want to just start saying I'm going to do a podcast now because I'm on a show. I respect people more
But
than that.
Eric,
What?
I swear to fucking God, I know that you could do it.
Do
because
what?
A podcast or stand up because you have that kind of point of view. You know how to add information. You
People
have
are always
ideas.
surprised by how angry I am in real life. That's the one thing I'm constantly competing against my character.
Yeah.
Because my character is really fun and nice, and
Yeah.
I'm nice, but I have a more of an angry point of view in life, and it really
Yeah,
really-
you're edgier. I was telling them, he's a little edgy. He can, but I don't think that.
I've
you're
been
edgy
very
tonight.
nice.
Hey, you can't.
No, you're great tonight.
I've been very nice.
You did this, you know what I mean? And this is
I've been very nice.
I want to see the rage.
Have you been in a fist fight before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right.
I
You've
want to
been
see
very-
the angry side. You don't have to be
too.
He is-
appropriate.
baby, You don't want to.
I want to unleash it. I love angry people. They're my
yeah.
favorite.
What do you want?
Whoa, dude! I don't want anything, sir. I'm fine.
No, when you were telling that story, like I would have had a real conflict in that moment because I'm thinking two things. Where was everybody else when Ari Shaffir was hitting you? Because had I been with you that night, I would have gone fucking red light. Like I would have.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
always my question.
but here's so. Natasha came to the store 4 months after that.
Are
And
you
Ari-
friends with her still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ari took a fucking glass of water with ice in it
Threw it at her?
and threw it in her face, and the shards of fucking ice went on her face.
Oh my God.
And then Dove Davidoff and Brian Callen were there, and they got up and they fucking put, you know what I mean, it was like,
Put him
but
against
they
the
weren't
wall?
there when I got beat up. I had Steve run a Zizzy, you know what I mean? Who's
Unplugging the
friends-
phone.
who's friends with both. So he's like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know who that person
Yeah.
is.
He was in the league.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm so glad you said that too.
Well, I might if I saw him. I don't
Give me the
know.
question.
What's the question?
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and 7 inches of Stonestreet.
6 3/4.
6 3/4 for Khalyla.
For
For
me,
Khalyla,
for me.
for Khalyla
Yeah.
purposes. I am a 19-year-old girl in Canada, and I have recently been diagnosed with Asperger's. It has been extremely hard to wrap my head around it and to accept. I've always felt different, but now I feel like I have a huge label across my head saying autistic. Having Asperger's helps me realize why I've never been good at making connections to other people. That being said, I have never had any romantic connections just from the lack of social skills and extreme social anxiety. My question is, how should I go about getting out there in the dating world? I feel so behind of all my peers in this aspect and other aspects in life. And when do I start dating? How and when do I go about the subject of my diagnosis? My name is Anna.
How old?
She is 19 years
19.
old.
What's Asperger's?
I wasn't aware
no.
that Asperger's was still a diagnosis, actually. I thought it was just autism.
Oh, she's
And it's a
autistic.
huge spectrum,
yeah,
right?
huge
Yeah.
spectrum, yeah.
Is that an extreme spectrum?
Yeah, it can go from anything from low function, very functional, which are
Like you.
a little bit, yeah. Are people who are absolutely no communication skills at all. So it's a very
But
wide
she
range.
seems like she's
Of
probably
course,
on
of course. And she's probably very bright.
Yeah.
You know, the other side of the spectrum is obviously the savants who are.
I mean, I think the answer to anybody that's like looking for some sort of romance these days is online dating. I think that really is. There's no stigma to that anymore, and you just got to put yourself out there. You have to make the decision to get yourself out there, and that is the easiest way to get yourself out there.
Yeah.
And I don't think that you should lead with that insecurity either.
No.
It is, you have it, you own it, and you know it's
Doesn't
the same
define you.
Yeah, it doesn't, and it's not a hindrance either. It can be.
Also, if I met Khalyla and she goes, I have Asperger's, I go, what is it? And then she'll tell me. I don't think that it would make me feel weird.
I mean, I have. I sometimes I do think I fall under the spectrum. I
Yeah.
have a lot of like eye tics, and I blink anxiously a lot. I have severe.
Anxiety.
I have weird things about me and tics that.
I mean, the shit that I do, I have tics too, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got to get going.
This is a good podcast.
So
Yeah.
just to
You know,
check.
Yeah. We have problems.
Okay,
you
what's the other question?
Okay. So that's what you do, Anna.
I like questions more.
questions are good.
So I'm 17 years old and I have herpes, and I
Oh,
don't know how to
okay.
deal
Next
with it.
question.
Okay.
Finish that one. I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with it. Any advice on how to communicate with people that I might be with in the future?
What is
Also-
herpes?
It's a virus that lives either.
I know what it
here
is.
or here.
I'm pretty sure you're familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't say that, because then,
Then she has it.
yeah.
I have a lot.
You know
of-
what I always say
What?
to girls?
What?
Can you get more herpes?
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Like-
Yeah. Can you?
I mean, you can have HSV1, which
Yeah.
is like not the very obvious or painful reoccurring ones throughout your whole life. That's
Yeah.
like the ones in your mouth, which you can also get down there. They're not the outbreaks are not as like intense.
But you know they have super AIDS.
But then they have HSV2, which really
You've heard of super AIDS?
super AIDS.
What's super
I've
AIDS?
never heard of that.
Yeah,
like
you
a
can get
drink.
it.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Super AIDS?
I think I heard it.
Well, HIV.
I did. I think I heard it. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ! But herpes.
You know who doesn't
I-
have super
they
AIDS?
say,
Magic
like,
Johnson.
8 out of 10 people, by the time they're a certain age, probably have the virus inside of them, whether or not it chooses to, show itself.
Make
So-
itself known.
So yeah, so that statistic should
Hello.
make you.
What's your name?
Harmony.
Are you a herpy Harmony?
Yes.
Are you Latino?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
On the herpy thing, I mean, transparency is always 100% the best policy in anything you'll ever come along with in your life. The conversation of admittance will be much less difficult than the conversation of what's the word? Guilt.
Yes.
When something was found out. I mean, you just got to start with it, and it's super common. Like it's very common, and use protected. You're going to protect yourself. You're 17. Don't know that you should even be doing it yet anyway.
Living an honest lifestyle is always I know a lot of comics that
Have
fuck
herpes.
around.
Really?
They fuck around behind their wives' back or whatever, and I do say, I go, dude, it's gonna come back.
Catch up.
Yeah, I don't know why you live like that, and a lot of these guys are doing well.
I always say you want to be the train. Excuse me. I always say you want to pull a train. God damn it, I didn't get it. No. I always say you want to be the engine on the train and not the caboose.
Yeah.
You want to be driving the situation and not being drug along in the wake of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
That's a good note to end on. Herpes.
herpes
I
is
think.
a good note.
Yeah.
Eric, you want to? You don't have to plug anything. You have a movie coming out, or
I have a couple TV shows. Have you seen the Toy Box, the show that I'm doing on ABC?
no.
When does this air? When's this going to be on?
Tomorrow
night?
Oh, so the Toy Box is on Friday nights on ABC. That's an example of how I've recently had to realize that I'm competing against my own character that I play on TV because I'm hosting the show as myself. And the reason I'm hosting the show, the reason I even said yes to doing it was because it was an opportunity for me to sort of be my dry, sense of humor with people. But people watch the show and will be like, I like Eric Stonestreet as an actor, but not as a host. And it's because they don't know my personality.
Yeah, but you're so fucking funny as a person. I don't really rarely. I know that you're killing it on that show, but I only know you as a naturally, intrinsically funny guy. That's legit.
That's honestly a big compliment for me from you. I really do mean that.
Yeah.
Because I've always felt like I went to a Funny or Die party after Modern Family was on, and I did feel like because I'm on like a network television show and I'm on that and it's gets good ratings and wins awards that somehow I'm not in the cool comedy club.
Oh God,
Oh,
we
my.
talk about
He
this
talks
all the
about it all
time.
the time.
The alternative
I'm gonna
comics.
tell you something right now.
Yeah.
And I promise you this: we all want to be where you're at. I told her when I booked this pilot, I just said we might get invited to the party because I've been to the party, right?
Club,
I think it's
club,
the
yeah.
club, right?
Right.
You're in the club, and let me tell you something right now. There is a difference. You're at a level that's completely different,
Untouchable.
untouchable. And
But I did feel like I felt like the senior in I was made to and it was again on me because most people in your world don't know me as a stand-up because I wasn't, or as an improviser because how many people saw me improvise for 12 years, so I felt like that the comedy people don't look at me as a comedy guy. They just look at me as a guy that got lucky and is now on a network television
all right, like
show.
let me ask you this: Jordan Peele, do you know him?
Yeah,
Did you know him before you did Modern Family?
of course.
Yeah, he's legitimate.
Yeah, 100%.
Keegan,
Yes.
you knew him.
Hilarious.
Ike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a list of people that are killing it right now that already know that what you can do and who you were. And you didn't need Modern Family to have them have that opinion of you.
Yeah.
Right? So, shut the fuck up.
Well, no, but you know what I mean about the cool kid comedy
I
club.
know, and I've always hated them. Let me say this: I've been doing stand up for 20 years. I've never been to the Montreal Comedy Festival.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like at some point you just have to go. I'm not, but it's fine.
Yeah, but
It's fucking fine.
it's fine. But you're an improviser.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you the main thing real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. Sorry, I'm talking now.
No,
So
no,
here's,
keep
here's
it.
something that I've noticed about comedy. is it used to be when I was in Chicago and starting off there at the Improv Olympic, and I would talk to guys that had been improvising for a long time. You would go out onto the street, and the climate at IO is that it's just bits galore, and you're standing outside smoking a cigarette, drinking water, doing whatever it is, and it's bit, and everyone says yes, and you just do the bit, and you have no idea what's going to come from that bit. Usually nothing, sometimes something. Now what I feel like is you'll be around, like, let's say a couple IO guys like me and that perform on Beer Shark Mice, and those guys that will just jump in and do bits. You'll be around doing bits, and then add a little of the cool guy comedy club in, and the cool guy comedy is sitting back and thinking like, well, I'm going to judge the bit first.
Yeah.
And I'm going to decide whether I think the bit's funny.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to jump into the bit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to kill the bit.
Oh, gross.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Where the whole spirit of improv and what the beauty of IO is bits just are that. They're bits, and you say yes to them and do them with no judgment.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. It to me, the difference is there's judgment where there didn't used to be.
Yeah. But also those people that judge the harsh, they can't pay rent. So,
Did you just fart?
Yeah.
Why?
That's how he ends the podcast.
Man.
who cares?
Hey, have you ever been over to Toluca Lake, baby?
Ooh, Toluca Lake. That's some prime real estate.
There's no farts going on over there.
They have a Paquito Mas there I like.
They sure do.
Yeah.
We can put a Paquito Mas in my
You
backyard.
you would never betray me in that way.
I would never.
I know
in
you
a million
would.
years.
So,
Nor would
baby,
Khalyla.
and nor would Khalyla.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I like that she said. Maybe you've said this before on the podcast that you have a shallow vagina,
A very shallow vagina.
which is good for
This
you,
relationship
man.
works
Right?
really well.
It's so good.
Real good. Sometimes I hit the half of the wall.
Yeah.
All the way to the
Halfway,
back.
halfway. No, I don't hit the wall. I go halfway though. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Eric, for coming by.
We'll be right back, guys, with Cleaning House. And we're back. Eric Stonestreet. What a guy.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Starstruck.
I can't believe how long they've known each other.
Yeah.
It's like since the late 90s, I think.
Jeez.
So many commercials.
Hell yeah. Bobby used to tell me he's the absolute king of commercials.
No, I feel like his look, too, and just how funny he is, for sure books all the time.
Yeah.
It made sense.
That's really good advice, though, he gave about like going into like commercial auditions. You just got to not give a fuck, and then they give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Because I think that you do sense that. Like, that sense of desperation is really off-putting. If I was a casting director and somebody just hits it perfectly and they're like, it's really great to meet you, I'd like, get the fuck out of here. I can't do that. I need someone with a little bit of like rough around the edges where I can see, okay, he wasn't perfect, but I can see it going there.
That was like definitely me in Chicago because I didn't know. And I always come up with a big smile. Hey, Gilbert, like the fucking fake voice.
Yeah.
And I realized like no callbacks. And as soon as I started being like, hey, what's up, guys? Just chill.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, normal person. Here's
Yeah.
a callback for being just a fucking normal person.
You know, that's why Steve Lee
Because that's him.
has booked so many commercials. It's because Steve Lee genuinely doesn't care. And he just goes in and he's like, I don't want to fucking be here, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And he always gets a callback.
That makes sense.
I've thought about going into auditions just for that reason. But then I'm scared I'd get a call back. It'd just be for the experience of like not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got a call back for something big, I'd be like, oh shit.
Hi, I'm
Yeah. It'd be like-
Because after a while, let's say you get a callback, it's hard not to care at that point. Then you're like, okay, I want to do better.
That's what I'm trying to fix now is
Yeah.
the callback. Because the first one, I'm like, I'm probably not going to get it.
Yeah.
Get the callback, then that's when the nerves kick in. Then you're
Yeah.
trying too hard.
Yeah.
That's good advice, yeah.
So, hey, guys, I want to take a moment to thank everybody that came out to our live show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Last Thursday. It was an absolute blast. I got to meet most of you, I think, and everybody was just super cool, super nice, super impressive, and I want to say that I love you guys, everybody that I did meet, and it was a nice night.
Yeah,
and
everyone
thank
was
you for that.
super, super nice.
And for those who didn't make it to this show, don't worry, we'll have several more in the future, and they'll be bigger and better.
Get ready for our Europe tour.
And thank you to everybody who helped out. You know who you are, so I appreciate you.
That's
as well.
right. I also want to take a moment to give a shout out to our two great interns, Johnny and Gustavo, who put in a lot of work for that night, and to Annabelle and to
Annabelle
John
was
Na
there.
and George
And
Bobby just re-entered the room.
And Omar was just there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Omar and Russell were there in case I needed extra help.
And so, guys, the black shirts are sold out on our website. We only have a handful of the white shirts left. So if you had been keen on grabbing the Slep King shirt, do it now because we are running low.
Gustavo.
Bobby just decided to jump back on the mic. It's weird having you there. I think we should have this new setup where you sit there.
Johnny, Gustavo.
Oh, that'd be fun with some of you.
Who are they?
Yeah.
Those are interns. You met them.
You know.
Bobby, any
They're
thoughts
great.
on the live show?
The what?
The live show?
What happened?
You were there?
The live show, Bobby.
All our fans that came
Last
out?
Thursday.
That was wonderful times. Those are really good times, you know what I mean? I don't know. I shouldn't have got naked. That was weird, but
okay.
you live and you learn.
Mm.
You live and you learn. Let's do some ads.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, make sure you follow us on Instagram at TigerBelly.
God, when I eat, I love to eat.
on Twitter at The Tiger Belly, and email us any questions at thetigerbelly
Blue Apron.
gmail.com.
Oh.
So, yeah.
And
When I buy shoes, I go to shoes.
We're not doing ads right now, babe. We already did them. We
and
already
for your
did them.
15% off Framebridge, go to framebridge.com and remember the promo code is belly.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
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 Gloves.
Oh, wait. Hang on. We're not done.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Look, I need to plug Bobby's dates.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hang on. Let me pull up my list before I forget. I'm so irresponsible. Come on, Khalyla, you're better than this. Okay, guys, if you want to go see Bobby do stand up, he will be at Hilarities in Cleveland June 1st to the 3rd, Parlor Live in Seattle or in Bellevue June 8th through the 10th, Comedy Zone in Charlotte, that's North Carolina, right?
Charlotte.
June 22nd to the 24th. Tempe, Arizona, June 20 to the 22nd, and Salt Lake City, July 28th through the 29th. I haven't updated his site yet, but I will. So for more dates, go to
I'm going to be in
BobbyLeeLive.com.
Morocco doing Huck Huck Comedy Club
All
in August.
All right, that's our show, guys.
right, guys. See you next week. Ciao.